turning dreams into reality. In the lab with the formula and chemistry. The memories spark and motivate and make the industry shake. We put the bars in the place. I'm talking one shot, now the future is yours. Let's go!
Hi, I'm Anthony Lovett. I'm the dentist who started OPRO, and I've been asked to make a video comparing a custom mouthguard with an instant custom mouthguard. I've got all the bits here for each. Everything on that side is a custom mouthguard. This side is an instant custom mouthguard. The materials are identical. There are models we use for each, which are slightly different. I'll get to that in a moment. For the custom mouthguard, we take an impression using a compression cage and putty. For the instant custom mouthguard, we take an impression using a different form of double compression cage, and this actually is the impression material which replaces those two over there. Now, every stage of making these mouthguards, whether it's an instant custom or a custom, is exactly the same. So what I'm going to do now is go through making them simultaneously so you can see that to be the case. So the first stage of making the instant custom and the custom mouthguards is using thermoforming machines. I've put the model for the custom mouthguard in the left-hand one. Here is the instant custom mouthguard. This is the impression part, which I mentioned before. Pop that in there as well. Bring the materials around, press the buttons. There we go. So now we have to wait for a few minutes. We'll cut the video short for that until the material we put into the mouthguards is heated up by the heaters above and then compressed over the mouthguard. So what I'll do now is shut the doors, which we need to do, and we'll wait for 5 minutes and they should be cooked. So at the end of the cycle, the thermoforming is taking place on both the machines. If I just open it up and show you, you'll see obviously a model of the mouth. In this case, this is the instant custom coming up in my right hand. So they look a bit different, but ultimately there is a similarity between them, and we're now going to go off and do the next stage. Yep. So at this point in time, we've had the thermoforming. I've cut away some of the excess because it kind of gets a bit in the way. Here's the custom, that's the instant custom. We put onto it a logo, which I can put one on there. If there are ever other things that need to go onto a mouthguard, so for example, if we're putting the name of someone into the mouthguard, we put it on at this stage. If someone wants to have stars and all sorts of funny stuff in the mouthguards, we do that then. This is called the logo stage, but again, exactly the same for the both mouthguards. So having put the logos, names, designs, and what have you in the mouth guard, the next thing we do is we put a laminate layer over the top, for extra protection for the wearer, and also to trap anything put on the mouth guard, so of course it's not exposed to the mouth. So there's a laminate, I'll pop it onto here. That one's already in place. Again, instant custom over here. Shut the door, custom over there, and off we go and press the buttons. So we've now completed the laminating on both mouth guards. Here's the custom, there's the instant custom. Again, as you'll see, it's pretty much, to all intents and purposes, the same, slightly different shape of course, but the same materials and process. Now let's go and shape them. So the next phase is cutting the shape, shaping the mouth guard itself. So this is all done by robots. So that's the instant custom done. You can see it all cut out. It makes a bit of a noise, I'm afraid, so I'll do the custom off camera if that's all right. But basically, the actual shape of the mouth guard is created by the robot with the software that we've written for it. So the models, as you've seen, have both been cut and shaped by robots. And now we're going to just give the surface a good shine. So I'm going to pop it in here. And again, it's a robot job where it presents the mouth guard to a flame. And what we'll end up with is a nice shiny mouth guard. Again, it's exactly the same process, custom versus instant custom, exactly the same flame, exactly the same program, exactly the same everything. Thank you very much. So they've both been flamed now, again the same system, they're both nice and shiny, and this is where the next stage is different. Let's go upstairs and explain how when we get there. So here we are upstairs, and I want to talk through now the process of the impression. So the key difference between a custom mouth guard and an instant custom mouth guard is that with a custom mouth guard, the impression is done before the mouth guard is made. This involves us sending out a tray, a putty. The user has to then take their impression, that may take a few days, then send it back to us, and we can then make a model from their impression as such and make a custom mouth guard. The instant custom, there's still an impression involved, but it's at the other end of the stage, or the sequence rather. So here we've actually made the mouth guard already. The impression material is sitting within the mouth guard, and we will be using a cage. Again, it's similar but slightly different colours of course, a cage to actually fit the instant custom as well. So this cage for an impression, this cage for the impression of the instant custom. I'll do one at a time so you can see briefly how they work. Hello again. So there is a video online where you can see the complete process of taking an impression, but I'm going to do a shortened version. I've mixed the two putties that were together, popped them in the tray, and now I'm going to put the tray in my mouth and bite tight together, and it'll compress the impression material around my teeth. Cheers. So, at the end of a couple of minutes, I've taken my impression, and there is the impression of my mouth, and from that impression, it now needs to be scanned and CAD'd, and all sorts of things have to happen before we can print a model of the mouth onto which to make the mouth guard. Let's compare that to the instant custom. So, here we are with the instant custom mouth guard now. I'm just going to pop freshly boiled water in. Again, the instructions and videos are all online, so you can follow those. Just pop it in for the requisite time. Throw the kettle away, that's good. 3, 2, 1. I'll just pop it out. I always turn it over. Pop it in the cage. Quick blow. Right, time me up. Quick rinse of cold water. So, here, I'm going to give it a quick blow to get the water out of it. So here is my instant custom mouth guard.
And if you have a look at the impression, admittedly it's in a different colour, also an impression will tend to go back down someone's throat where the Instant Custom doesn't. You'll see they are just impressions of my mouth. They're the same. So when I put this mouthguard in, the Instant Custom, thank goodness, it is. Oh. You may have heard that. And the custom one is good. Yeah. But actually, probably not as good as the Instant Custom this time around.